Welcome to Dom's Corner, everybody. I am your host, Dom Martino. We should have other people joining us here in a minute, or probably should. We'll see what happens here. Still gotta check my phone on that. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about on this Halloween special. Yeah, we're gonna have Mark Earhart joining us here in about 5 minutes. So just to go through the rundown today, we're going to do I got a Borat review coming for you guys, Borat subsequent movie film. Mark and I are going to talk in depth spoilers on that Mandalorian episode that dropped yesterday. And also, I believe, give me 1 second here. Sorry. Okay, I'm good now. Excuse me. I believe that we are going to do a witches review. Well, we are. I'm going to do a witches review. I saw that. We'll see if Mark got a chance to check that out. And after that, we will get into some Halloween related things. So yeah, there's that. So that's what's on deck for today. Actually, while we're waiting on Mark, I will go ahead and talk about The Witches. So The Witches, this is directed by Robert Zemeckis. This is based on the Roald Dahl book, I believe. So this has a really strong cast. Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer's in there. Chris Rock is narrating. He is playing the older version of the younger version of the kid, the main child in this movie. And this is basically a movie about some witches that end up turning some kids into mice. More of a children's family film. There's some stuff in this there it's probably going to be a little bit creepy for children, and I respected that about it. Overall, as a movie, it was a flying box of shit. I genuinely didn't enjoy it that much. I think it's got a lot of different problems. This ending, first of all, I found to be unbelievable, like really unbelievably ridiculous. Was the ending. I mean, that definitely took away a lot. And it starts out with like a lot of potential. That's why I was really disappointed. And then the more you go into it, excuse me, the more you get into it, the shittier it becomes. So, and it just becomes like a cartoon. Like it starts out with a kind of a creepy vibe, and the directing is extremely on point in the beginning, and then it kind of loses you throughout it, because it just becomes one big gigantic cartoon type thing, and it's ridiculous. It becomes kind of a mess, and I'm a big fan of the original. I used to watch the original when I was a kid a lot. I remember the original being a lot darker and not one big giant cartoon. Again, like Octavia Spencer and Anne Hathaway are both extremely solid in their respective roles. I just didn't like the direction that they ended up going with their characters. It just got a little out of hand and ridiculous. So I don't recommend The Witches personally. I think it turned out to be not so great, unfortunately. And it was one I was really looking forward to. I love Robert Zemeckis as a director. I mean, Forrest Gump, Back to the Future, Romancing the Stone. I can go on all day. Castaway, Polar Express. I enjoy all those movies. So Robert Zemeckis, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, extremely solid director for the most part. And then just lately he's been throwing out stink bombs, and that hasn't really worked out for him too well. So I wasn't a big fan of The Witches. So that's unfortunate. But hey, guys, go ahead, form your own opinion if it was one you were looking forward to. I mean, I definitely recommend checking it out, just to form your own opinion. Not so much that I enjoyed it. So yeah, so that's what's going on there. Well, we'll wait on Mark Earhart here in a little bit. So still trying to figure out what's going on with him. He should really be joining here any minute, guys. So, just waiting on that. But yeah, he and I are gonna talk some Halloween things. I'll kind of start with some movies. I actually made a list of some of these that maybe Mark can chime in on, and let's see. Some of the ones that just pop out to me. I mean, you got the Birds. I mean, the Birds is a classic. Oh, here's Mark right here. Let's see if we can get him in. Oh, here he comes. Hopefully. Yep, here comes. Let's see, just waiting on his video. And let's see. Hey, there he is. What's up, dude? I can't hear you. Did you try talking?
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, you're good.
Is that good now?
Yeah, it's good now.
All right.
All right, so I've already started here. I just did a review for the Witches on HBO Max. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that or not.
I have not seen that yet. Is it good?
No. I didn't like it. I genuinely didn't like it. I thought it started out good and then it got worse as it went on and just kind of became one giant cartoon type thing. It really wasn't all that good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I was gonna get into one of the things I wanted to review here, and definitely with you, is Borat 2. We haven't done that on the show yet, so I know you told me you
Yeah, I like
watched it.
the sequel to Borat. That was pretty good.
Yeah. So for myself, Borat subsequent movie film. I mean that it was yeah, it was really good. I thought it was funny. For the most part, not as good as the first movie. I don't think it was ever going to be as good as the first movie. Like, I don't feel like, regardless of how he did it, it wouldn't have been as good as the first, because the first movie was like really fresh, and like nobody had done anything like that at the time. I feel like.
Right. I agree. There's no way to top that first one.
No, it's pretty tough, and the jokes were just so on point. And then the other part of it was, I mean, yeah, I mean, this one had that daughter aspect going on. I enjoyed it. Like, I thought she did a good job. I just, not all the gags landed, but for the most part, the movie is still pretty funny, pretty solid. There's obviously some shocking moments. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows about the Rudy Giuliani thing that happened in there at this point. I'm sure that's not a spoiler to say, because it's making pretty big news. So,
Right.
yeah. But I really, really dug that one. Um,
Yeah. Very exciting to come out of nowhere. I didn't even know it was coming out. And then all of a sudden somebody says, yeah, there's a new Borat movie on. I'm
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
I'm in. I love the first one. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you guys haven't seen it, I definitely recommend checking out Borat's subsequent movie film. It's if you're a fan of the first one, especially, I recommend it. So,
It's very nice.
yeah,
Very
there you go.
nice.
There you go. All right, so got a couple news pieces here. Then you and I'll dive into Mandalorian, and then then after the Mandalorian, we'll spend maybe 10-15 minutes talking Mandalorian, and we could talk spoilers with that if you want. We'll spend 10-15 minutes on that, and then after that, we'll spend the remainder of the show just talking Halloween movies, things that we like. So that's what we'll
There
do
you go.
here. Yeah. So the news stories that came out, we had a Halloween Kills trailer that just dropped. Did you get a chance to see it?
I watched it like 10 times.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I even for the 36 seconds or however long it is, it's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's the one thing I'm nervous about is it seems like they're going back to like a hospital setting, and I don't want them to spend the whole movie there, because like I think the whole idea to do these new ones is to try new things. I mean, I'm okay with them being in a hospital, but if it's like where the whole movie's going to take place, I'll be a little upset about that. So
Yeah, I'm expecting it. Just we get a scene or two in the hospital and then moving on. I don't think they're going to spend that much time there. I can't imagine they
I
would.
hope not. I certainly hope not. But yeah, the trailer looks sick. I'm pretty excited about that. So let me know what you guys thought of the Halloween Kills trailer in the comments below.
Yeah, the guy with the bat. I was trying to figure out who that is, and I found out it was Anthony Michael Hall. I mean, I knew
Yeah,
he was supposed to be in
yeah,
the movie, but
hmm
but it didn't look like Anthony Michael Hall at all. I'm like, what?
yeah,
Who is this guy?
yeah. He doesn't look like Anthony Michael Hall in
I
that,
had to freeze frame it and blow it up, and like, is that really him?
yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see him give any kind of performance though anymore, because he's not been in movies for a long time. It feels
Yeah,
like it.
not very prevalent lately.
Yeah. Is he? No, never mind. I forgot who's he playing in this. Didn't they like give him a character already that was like?
I believe he's Tommy Doyle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. That's an interesting pick for that.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I'm excited. It looks really cool. I hate that we have to wait till next October. I said on the business end of it, I mean, like looking at from a business standpoint, I think it would have made its money back if they'd put it out this year. I truly
Yeah, I
do.
think so. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the pay-per-views people would have bought it like crazy, but
You could
I
have put
don't
it in
know.
the theater and it would have made its money back. I mean, Tenet, look at what that made. I mean, that's a bad day for Tenet, but a good day for Halloween, with something with the smaller budget like this. It's, it definitely would have
Yeah, they
worked.
could have done a theatrical release,
And a
and then
VOD, maybe.
and be like theatrical release on like October 1st or something like that,
Yeah.
beginning of October, and then hit the VOD like middle
Yeah.
of October. So you kind of catch both audiences.
Yeah. I'm bummed about it. I really was looking. That was one of my most anticipated of the year. So,
Oh yeah, definitely for me too, for
yeah.
sure. I love the Halloween franchise.
Yeah. I'm bummed. I'm bummed. But yeah, the other thing that came out too, is the well, this is Halloween related too, I guess, is the Insidious 5. Patrick Wilson's gonna be returning not only to star in but direct the thing, which I find to be interesting.
Oh wow, I didn't know he was directing. That's
Uh-huh.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I like the first two Insidious movies quite a bit. I think that they're really good, and I don't know,
I
maybe
don't know
it's
that I ever saw the third one. I can't. I don't. I just don't think I ever got around to it.
it doesn't suck. It's just not the first two. Like I love the cast in the first two so much. That's kind of
Yeah. Well,
part.
Patrick Wilson is awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
He's stellar.
Yeah, we need him back. I mean, what he was awesome in that second movie, man. When he was all dark and shit, like he
And
was really awesome.
we're getting Conjuring 3 with him in it. So yeah.
Yeah, that was the other thing we got to bring up too. Is that first look at the Conjuring 3? Did you catch that? That it was like a little sizzle reel, like had James Wan was talking on there.
I have not seen any footage. I have seen an interview with James Wong. I didn't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's really not like a lot of footage. I mean, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I mean, they had James Wan talking on it, and Patrick Wilson was talking on it with the who's Lorraine, Vera Farmiga. They were all talking on it, and
Right.
yeah, it was a pretty nice little sizzle reel. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it sounds like this one's gonna be pretty much a little bit more. It's going. I don't know. It seems like it's going back. I like both Conjuring movies, but this one feels like it's going back more to the first one, where it's I don't know, a little more small scale, I guess, because like the second one they were introducing like a lot to that, like, and then it sounds like this one they're gonna do a little less of that and just keep it a little more small scale, which is probably a good idea, I would think, even though I like that second one quite a bit.
I liked both of them. So whatever they want to do,
Yeah.
I expect good things.
As long as Juan's on board, I mean that's the other important
Yeah.
part.
Well, he can't go wrong. He's stellar. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
If James Wan's in it, I'm into it. But hell yeah! And then one more piece of news, not necessarily Halloween related. Well, a little bit, depending on how you look at this. Is the Jared Leto is going to be in the Snyder Cut as Joker. So how do you feel about this?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
They should have had him in there the first time.
Yeah, I agree. I know a lot of people are complaining. I'm with you, man. I think that it makes sense to have Jared Leto's Joker in this, and yeah, pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I mean, as far as we know, I mean, they say he came in to shoot stuff, but like as far as we know, Snyder wanted him there the first time he did this.
The more the merrier in this soup sandwich we're gonna get here.
I agree. It's gonna be
Well,
it's a 4-hour deal, so I don't see why you wouldn't do as much as you could with it, I guess. But,
yeah, and make it the movie that it was supposed to be originally. That's the movie that we were kind of all robbed from.
Yeah. And then there was I don't know what other. Oh, Deathstroke's going to be in there too now. That was the other casting announcement for that.
Who's playing him? Did they say?
Isn't it? Oh shit! Who was doing him in the? Joe Manganiello, isn't that who's playing him?
Is he gonna be? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah. So that was the other character announcement that they just came out with too. But yeah, speaking of things that are a little more nerdy for sure. Let's talk about this Mandalorian episode. I'm going to throw out the spoiler warning. Mark and I have both seen this episode. We'll go for the next 12 minutes. I'll keep the timer here, and we can kind of talk about this. So fast forward to 12 minutes from now. Mark and I will kind of break this down a little bit if you haven't seen it. But there we go. All right, so this Mandalorian episode was pretty cool. I woke up incredibly early to check this out and do a breakdown. There's also a breakdown up on the channel of this that I did.
Yeah, you were a trooper at 3 a.m., weren't you?
Yeah, I sure was. Yeah, so did all that, and then so I mean, I was stoked the second this thing started. I liked the opening shot of him and going into the going to the fight and all that, going into that town with the fight, and then see those Gamorreans fighting the guy. I mean, this opening was awesome. Did you like the opening and everything?
I love the opening. I loved everything about this episode. It was amazing. The ending freaked me out. Oh my gosh. We'll get to that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we get Cobb Vanth showing up in this, and I'll tell you something about Cobb Vanth. So I've read that Aftermath novel trilogy by Chuck Wendig, and so basically Cobb Vanth was running around that trilogy with Boba Fett's armor on. So when somebody showed up as Boba Fett here, and it was like, or in his armor, I should say, I was sitting there trying to match up the timeline in my head, and I was like, "There's no way it's going to be Cobb Vanth." And then
that's crazy. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Keep going.
You're good. So my thought process is no way it's going to be Cobb Vanth. And then, he introduces who he is. It's Cobb Vanth. I'm sitting there like, whoa. Like it was one of the craziest things out there. And Oliphant's definitely killing it in this episode. He does a great job. I really enjoyed his presence. I was excited that it was him. I mean, that's just going to get most people excited. Most people are Timothy Oliphant fans. So I definitely enjoyed that aspect of this a lot. I mean, the scale of... or Mark's back now. So what'd you think of Oliphant, though, in this?
What I think of... very surprised. I was wondering, okay, who is he going to be playing? Is he actually Boba Fett? Because I'd heard that, the guy who played Jango Fett, how to pronounce his name, Tamu Morrison or whatever, he was going to be back in it. And then I knew that I had heard that Elephant was supposed to maybe be Boba Fett. So there's a lot of rumors. I didn't know really what was going on. And then when he was in the armor, I'm like, okay, where are we at here? I didn't realize which character he was at first. That was interesting. And then I was just kind of puzzled the whole time, but I liked his backstory, how they kind of quick paced that. And, the whole Jawa Sandcrawler thing was awesome. And of course he trades for the armor and stuff. That was really interesting. Good stuff. I thought he was perfect. Justified on Mandalorian pretty much.
No, he was perfect for that role. I mean, if you read those Aftermath novels, I mean, Cobb Vanth he is that character. He's a very Western type character. It just made a lot of sense to bring him in, and I thought he killed it. I figured it wasn't Boba Fett when he showed up, because it was like, it didn't necessarily look like it was going to be Boba Fett. Like, there was something different about the... Boba Fett always wore the black underneath and everything, so it was
he kind of definitely was like, okay, what? I was puzzled, intrigued, I guess, very intrigued. Like this is going to be interesting. And then he's like, join me for a drink. I'm like, okay.
And then we get the crate dragon coming in there too, and messing up the town, and it's like, holy, this is to me, like, once you see that crate dragon, you're like, okay, this season's going to be far more ambitious, at least, than the first season was, because it's everything's just on a much bigger scale now, it feels like. And
I agree. And the sand people, I mean, oh my gosh. How cool was that interaction? So.
Those are amazing. Yeah, when they're going down through the valley, they're meeting up with the Sand People, and then you got which is this is a kind of a callback to Obi-Wan in a way. I mean, just the way that he's able to. Well, no, because Obi-Wan scared him off. Well, the crate dragon thing's more of a called back to Obi-Wan, because if you listen to the sound, it's the same sound Obi-Wan made when he scared off those Tusken Raiders. So he like that. It's like it makes sense because they're like clearly scared of the crate dragons. But yeah, then when Mando comes up though, and he starts like communicating with them, like that stuff is pretty cool. Like I was like,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I
know.
was so excited.
Yeah, and it was perfectly set up because he was talking in the beginning about how he's spent like a lot of time on Tatooine. So like it makes sense that he would know how to do all that. So I was perfectly cool with all that. And then what else do we? Yeah, what else? I mean, it was like the whole battle with the crate dragon was incredible. I mean the way that they I don't know, just it felt like it was on a large scale. Like that shot of when the dragon pulls up those raiders and then just eats them. It's like holy shit, like that.
I know.
That was cool.
Well, my favorite part was when Boba Fett, well, not Boba Fett, but Elephant's character, him and Mandalorian both fly.
Oh
with
my
their
gosh,
jetpacks.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, like this is what we've been waiting to see.
Yeah.
For whatever 40 years or some crazy nonsense.
Yeah, that was so fucking cool. I mean, I loved. Yeah, I like that it set up Cobb Vanth's past a little bit too, like how he got the armor. I enjoyed all the flashback stuff too earlier on.
Yeah, flashbacks were great.
Mm-hmm.
Really told the story quickly. Very good pacing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that a lot.
And you knew it was. I mean, it really helped because like clearly, like at this point, Cobb Vanth he knows how to use this stuff that he's had because you see him use it. Like that. Yeah, so it's it made sense that he had it for a long time at this point. So I like that they set all that up. And
it kind of was sad that he gave it up. Like I was kind of expecting maybe Mando to say, "All right, you've earned it, you keep it."
Yeah.
But then when we see the last scene of the show, it kind of makes sense why he took the armor, and you're going to move the story forward with introducing Boba Fett. So yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, and that's the other thing I wanted to mention too, because the first season is a great season of TV, but like it's not like the first season has like so much filler in there. I feel like not a lot, but there is a lot of filler, and I feel like these episodes, they really do need to be longer. We got like a lot of stuff that needs to be touched on, I feel like, this season. I mean,
every episode should be longer. I agree.
So like 52 minutes long, and the thing is Jon Favreau directing this one, he didn't waste like a second of those 52 minutes that he had. Like everything like was driving the story forward. He didn't waste a second of that, and I feel like that's definitely what they're going to try to do this season. Is like it's all going to be driving it forward, and I like that a lot about it. And like
can't wait for next episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's become pretty evident to me that the goal is to bring in a lot of these elements that, like, us hardcore Star Wars fans have been into for a long time, and then introduce them in a way that's going to get some of the more casual fans excited about it, too. So that's something that it excites me. It's all really good stuff. I can't wait to see what's happening with Moff Gideon and Cara Dune and Grief Karga. I can't wait to see those guys again, and it's all going to be fun stuff.
It'll be interesting if we see them next week or the week after.
Yeah.
We don't really get a trailer yet or a preview of the following week. I don't think. I didn't see it.
No, they don't. They haven't really done that with this show, like where they do that, like they do on other shows, where you'll get here's what's coming next week. So, but I think that's probably for the best. I like being surprised. I mean, I was surprised through most of this episode.
In one way, I'm like, I want to know, but then it's like, okay, well, not knowing and not seeing it and being totally surprised, it's kind of cool too.
It's awesome, yeah, and I like that. I mean, yeah, I'm just excited to dive into some of this more, some of the stuff with the Empire, and I don't think my thought on the Boba Fett thing reveal, awesome. I mean, it was an awesome way to reveal it. You know me, I'm not like a massive Boba Fett fan, so I haven't been one of those people that's been like, gotta get Boba Fett back, but I'm happy that he's back because the fans will be happy about it, and I think that
I am a massive Boba Fett fan.
Yeah, I figured you'd be thrilled about this.
He is it for me. It's like Boba Fett and Han Solo. Like, those are the top tier right there. It doesn't get any better than those two.
I mean, yeah, I'm good with it, man. I think it's the way they introduced him is gonna, and that's the other thing. Like, you could really, this is an opportunity to win over people that haven't been Boba Fett fans all this time too, and I think that they're definitely gonna, find ways to do that too,
Well,
like
I
really
don't know
stretch
if
out the
there's any
character.
people that aren't Boba Fett fans in the world. That would be
Yeah,
surprising. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like I hate Boba Fett. I mean, I use him in Battlefront 2 all the time. He gets me a consecutive number of kills quite frequently, but I
So there
really,
you go. You actually love Boba Fett. You just don't want to admit it.
for that reason, yeah, I just want more character development for him. That's all, which I don't think is much to ask for. I just, yeah, I'm excited though. The fans are going to be excited about this, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked. So, yeah,
Very.
very good, very amazing episode. Definitely, much already. It's my favorite one of the 9 episodes that have been done for this show, and I think that's pretty impressive too.
I'm not sure if I can rate it or rank it
Yeah,
yet. I've only watched it twice, so I don't know.
yeah.
I think I need to watch it at least 2 more times before I try to rate it or rank it.
I don't
But
know.
yeah,
I loved it.
very good.
I really think it was awesome. Favreau killed it
I
with.
really loved I really loved last season's second episode a lot.
Oh, that second one was really good. Yeah, that one definitely was a standout last season.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The
But
guy.
this one, outstanding.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely great stuff right out of the gate.
yeah. It was a great way to start the season off. 100%. Yeah, who's that guy that directed the Rick Famuyiwa directed the second episode last season? Yeah, he did a good job with his too. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, this was a wonderful episode. Yeah. So great. I'm so excited to see what happens next, man. I really don't want to know. I think it's in good hands. So I don't
Yeah,
think
I think we're it. Every episode's going to be great. Every episode last season was great. There wasn't a bad one. There wasn't a dud or slow or anything. Every single one was great.
yeah. Yeah, that
Um,
the only one that I complained about last season was that the fifth one where they went to Tatooine. I mean, I had complaints about some of it, but like then again, it's like only because most of it was filler. But then again, it's like we're on Tatooine though, so like I'm okay
yeah,
with it. You know what I
you
mean?
gotta love that.
Yeah. So that was like so there was still even then there was elements I loved. So yeah, you're right. Last season there wasn't a bad episode. None of them were like god awful at all. Like they were all
No,
good.
no,
in
they
their
were
own way.
great. It proves that it's probably you know the best or at least top tier of the best television we're getting. Period.
Oh yeah. I would say so.
The only show I could think of that I can kind of compare. It's totally different, but Cobra Kai is the only other show
That's true.
that I would be as excited about. And that's it. Like those two
Yeah.
shows, and there is no real other TV for me.
Well, Game of
Pretty much
Thrones.
that's it for at
It's
least for
over.
right now. Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say Game of Thrones, but it's over now. I mean, we're gonna get a
Yeah,
prequel series at some point. So.
yeah, Game of Thrones sadly is over, but I play the Game of Thrones video game on my phone all the time. So
Oh, is that what was that Conquest or something like that? It's called.
it's like it's more like a slot machine thing, but it's really neat. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Game of Thrones slots casino. It's
Oh, I didn't know that was even a thing. I was thinking of a whole different
and
one.
it's
Yeah.
it's free. You can buy coin, but it's free, and I never buy anything. I just always get you win. But I play it every day.
I didn't know anything
It's very
about that.
very
That's
fun
cool.
and addictive, and it had lots of movie quotes on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I didn't even know it existed. So.
yeah. It's
Pretty
it's
awesome.
a fun little free download game to play.
All right. So, yeah. So that was I guess our little spoiler review for the Mandalorian episode. But at some point, we're gonna probably cover the entirety of the season. We'll do kind of like we've been doing with the movies. We'll do a whole season 2 episode. So, just an episode dedicated entirely to the season. So, at some point. But anyway, so let's get into the stuff that you folks have came here to listen to, which is the Halloween stuff. It is Halloween, so we definitely got to talk some Halloween movies. I was kind of touching on this earlier before you got in. I was I made myself like it's not a ranked list. I won't read them in any particular order. It's just more or less a just kind of some things that I like to watch on Halloween but Lamarck, what are some of you gotta watch it right around this time of the year? Type movies or
Well, original classic 1978 Halloween,
that's on my
obviously.
list. That's on my list. Yeah.
That one, and Sleepy Hollow. Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. That have to. I've watched it. I may watch it again.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
You
watch
know.
that later on tonight. By the way, so that's yeah.
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 That to me, that's just, I don't know, beautiful artwork. It's just amazing masterpiece. I think it's Tim Burton's greatest
Yeah, you really
greatest
love
film.
that movie. I forget how much you love that movie. You
I
really
love
love
that
that
movie,
movie.
and it's
Yeah.
just everything about it is just perfection. I
Yeah.
don't think you'll ever achieve it again, but
It's a
yeah,
good
just
flick.
amazing.
It's a good flick. Really great
Yeah.
flick. Yeah.
And then, I did watch the Adam Sandler Halloween movie recently, the UB's Halloween.
Did you watch that again or just the one time still?
I watched it the one time. I
Okay.
think we talked about it a little bit before once,
Yeah, we
but
did. Mm-hmm.
I liked that a lot. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Very good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So I can see myself watching that, plenty of times again in the future.
I see. Yeah. Oh yeah.
As far as I picked up the new Steelbook remastered Pumpkinhead just this week, so I'd like to watch that. Maybe today or tomorrow or something. Lance
Pumpkinhead's good.
Henriksen.
Pumpkinhead's really
Yeah,
good.
there's a 4K. It's not in 4K, but it's a 4K transfer. So I'm excited to
Oh, I
see what
see.
that looks
Yeah.
like. So it's by Shout Factory. So yeah, I want to check that out this week. Classics. I like to watch Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one, man.
that one is one of my all-time favorites. I would like to watch that today at some point.
Oh,
if I
me
have
too.
time.
Me too. I'm gonna watch that tonight probably. Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff going on, but the classic Dracula with Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, that's on my list, I believe. Yep.
So that one I always watch pretty much every year around this time, and I'm good with watching a horror movie pretty much anytime, but there's like, all right, I really need to watch this at this time. That you
Right.
gotta
Right.
get your list out and kind of go through it. I might watch a couple other of the Halloween movies from the franchise. I don't know which ones. I did watch the 2018 version the other night, and
Right on.
I've seen that one now. A good handful of times, and I really like it. It still holds up.
Yeah, that's an awesome movie.
I think it's a really good, direct sequel to the original.
Yeah, definitely.
As far as how the order goes and all that, I mean, it's Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. I mean, I thought obviously that's a classic. I still enjoy watching that.
Yeah, holds up. I like that movie. Yeah.
Halloween 3, of course, Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
That movie is so fun and so entertaining, and it's not really Michael Myers, but that's okay.
It wasn't until later in life, I gotta tell you, it wasn't until later in life I found out there were other people that actually enjoyed that movie. And
well, I
turns
think,
out there is.
people got pissed off because there was no Michael Myers.
Yeah.
They're expecting Michael Myers and they didn't get what they expected. So I can see why they would be upset. But if they rewatch it again, it's a really kind of just fun movie. And
I really enjoy that one. I like that one a lot.
If you go into it with the expectation of seeing Michael Myers, obviously you don't.
No.
But it is a Halloween / based movie,
100%.
So, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
100%. Speaking of Abbott Costello, I mean, Abbott Costello Meet the Invisible Man would be my second favorite of theirs for the Halloween time. I mean, that one's really good too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that one as well. I have the Abbott Costello horror movie collection.
I gotcha. Yeah, Meet Frankenstein's the best of, I think they did like 4 of the Halloween ones or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it's 4.
What'd they do? They had
Dr. Jekyll.
Jekyll and Hyde's good too. That's good too.
Yeah.
Mummy, I think, is my least favorite of them. But my 2 favorites are definitely Invisible Man and Meet Frankenstein for sure. Yeah.
I definitely want to watch that. Scream, of course, the Scream movies. The first one though, the classic. I did
Yeah,
watch that at the drive-in earlier this month.
I love
That was
Scream.
great.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
seeing it on the drive-in. I can watch that anytime. I could even watch it again today. That's a classic.
yeah. Scream. Actually, my second favorite Scream is Scream 4. Actually, the latest one is my second favorite Scream. Next to the
Really,
first one. Yeah,
I didn't dislike it, but I don't know. I would say I liked it, but I didn't. I guess I just didn't love it. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Maybe I
thought the
needed.
twist was done really well. Like the fact that she ended up being the killer the entire time, I thought was pretty cool. Like
I
I don't
think I
know.
need to rewatch it again.
Hmm.
Give it a rewatch. I haven't watched it in. It's been some time. I'm excited for Scream Five
Me
though.
too. Me too. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's I think I haven't seen the movie yet, but the Ready or Not guys are doing that one, and Ready or Not got like it's a lot of people love that, so I
Ready
haven't.
or Not was really good. I liked it. I
I need
saw
to
it.
watch it. I need to watch it. Everybody loves it, so I need to watch it. Hundred
Yeah, I
percent.
liked it a lot. It was definitely it was kind of a different style, different twist of things. It
Yeah,
was good. I would recommend Jeffy checking it out.
I'll
It was
definitely
fun.
have to do that. Yeah. Maybe I'll watch that one tonight too, or I don't know, maybe tomorrow at the latest. But I'm gonna try to cram
I
in some.
forget which one. I think I watched it on Prime. Maybe I can't remember. It
Yeah.
was it was included with membership or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. It's probably on Prime, I would imagine. So for free,
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah, so I'll definitely check that one out. I do have some on my list that I got down here. I mean, definitely got to check out some. Definitely got to watch Hitchcock around this time. Psycho, The Birds. I mean, I would throw on the list. I definitely a massive fan of Alfred Hitchcock. So some of his. Another one that I really like that I think is definitely either overlooked or underrated. I love Sinister. I think Sinister is a really great movie with Ethan Hawke. That's a really awesome flick, in my opinion.
I was talking with somebody about that last night, and I don't think I've ever seen the first Sinister.
Wow.
I can't think of a time where I actually sat down and watched it. So I think that's probably on my list to do.
Yeah, check that one out, dude.
Unless it's one of those movies where I saw it once and just kind of forgot. But
No, it
I
seems to be overlooked by like a lot of people for some reason, but I really enjoyed Sinister quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, The Fog too is another great one. John Carpenter's The Fog.
Oh, The Fog. The Fog is, yeah, I have a steelbook of
Yeah.
that somewhere around here.
Yep, I've got three or four copies, sealed steel book, which I'm never going to open.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I love that. The original classic was great. The remake, not really quite so much, but I didn't hate it, but it certainly didn't do any justice or live up to any
No,
expectation.
it wasn't that good to me. Like it, yeah.
I'm a big Tom Welling fan, so that's the only reason I didn't hate it.
I see.
If Tom Welling wasn't in that movie, it wouldn't even be in my collection. But the fact that he's in it, that means I got to keep it in my collection.
100% forgot he was in there till you said it, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
well, he was the main character, so you can't forget there. Your Smallville guy.
Yeah, it's been a long
Superman
time since
is.
I've seen it, so that's right. He is in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna probably end up rewatching that one this year. I'm sure I'll rewatch it someday, but
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it once and then regret watching it and wish I had to watch the original again instead. But the original is the classic. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
So good.
I threw on this list as well. I threw on the first It movie. I actually, you know what? I got to be honest. I rewatched the second one. I liked it a lot more the second time around. I imagine people who watch it are probably going to want to watch the second one right after. It does complete the story at least.
I like the first one a lot. The second one, I thought the biggest problem was it was just too much. They should have cut out a lot. It was too long of a movie. It dragged on.
Mm,
The excitement didn't last throughout the whole movie. The interesting scenes that you got in the first one, yeah, you had some of that in the second one, but there was too much in between. And I feel like for me as an audience member, you lost me.
yeah.
And once you lost me, trying to get me back was not. I just couldn't hardly get back into it. And I tried. I really want to like that movie because I
Yeah.
liked the first one so much. But the
Yeah.
second one, they just had too much content, too much storyline that, you know, let's chop, chop, chop. It doesn't need to be over 2 hours long. It doesn't need to be 2.5 hours or whatever it was.
Right. Right.
You know, I'm thinking, you know, get that down to about an hour and 45 minutes, and you got yourself a home run. But
Yeah, that's
I
about
don't
how
know.
I felt the first time I watched it. That exact opinion. Second time I watched it at home, I'm like, it makes for a really good home entertainment watch. But sitting in a movie theater and watching that is kind of tough. It really was. It was
Yeah,
very hard.
it's theater wise, long movies, unless they really capture my attention, I start squirming and,
Yeah.
you know, getting restless and I want to get up. And it's like, you know, unless it's like a Avengers movie or something, of course, you make it 4 hours and I won't need to get up at all. You know, but
Right. Right.
yeah.
I threw on this is I mean people can debate whether or not this is good around Halloween time. I mean I threw on a Duel, the Steven Spielberg Duel. I mean that's it's kind of like a chase movie, so it's a horror movie. I mean you got a guy who's being chased after the entire time by a psychopath. I mean I would say it's
Yeah.
Halloween like, so
Yeah, it's a horror movie,
yeah.
definitely. You know, it was the premise for Jaws.
Yeah.
Basically, Spielberg's like, I'm gonna make Duel all over again, just with a shark in the water. You know?
That's
And
true.
that's
That's very true.
pretty much what he set out to do and what he did.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Only Jaws, of course, turned out to be like one of the greatest films ever made. So
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. I had Jaws on this list too, but it's kind of an odd one to put on there only because it's not that it's not a horror movie. It's just that it's one of those I watch in the summertime. I feel like it just gets the
well,
summer
it's a
vibe
Fourth
in
of
there.
July movie. It
Yeah,
puts you in the mood for summer at the beach.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
It's
you want to
yeah,
watch that. You want to watch that and go to the beach and sit on the sand and look for sharks from a distance, not in the water.
right, right.
You know, I see any shark fins out there. Where's the sharks? You know, but yeah, no, I love that movie. I always watch it around 4th of July. I don't typically watch it around Halloween.
hmm
Not that I wouldn't ever. It's just 4th of July time frame. I probably watch it 3 or 4 times. You know, June, July type.
Yeah.
You know,
Another.
I did this year with the new 4K transfer. It looks beautiful, stunning.
Oh, yeah. The 4K is really good for this. Yeah, for
Some of
that.
the
Yeah,
best restoration transfer I've ever seen,
it's
in my
really
opinion.
good. Yeah, they did a great job. I was really happy with what they did with that. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah,
So.
a lot of 4K upgrades. There's not much upgrade to it, but that one there was a noticeably difference. Definitely better than a lot of other 4K upgrades that I've seen.
Yeah, the Psycho 4K upgrade that recently came out is really good too. It looks great.
I have the original on Blu-ray. I did not pick up the 4K one yet. So
Yeah,
you saying it's definitely worth it?
I think so. Yeah, I thought it looked beautiful when I put it on. I was like pretty stunned. Like for something that was black and white, yeah, they cleaned it up quite a bit. Like it looked really good.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's 4K is in black and white and 4K. I don't know how much like improvement we can get. Is it
Yeah.
worth spending an extra $20 for it? Or
Maybe not 20, but if you ever found it for cheaper, yeah, it looks good. Yeah,
I
maybe
know
not
there's a
20.
steel book I'm interested in. There's definitely a steel book. I like my steel books.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's if it's a steel book and it looks good, maybe then 20. But yeah, yeah, I get it. That's Lost Boys. I threw on this list as well. By the way, that was another one.
Lost Boys, that has a special near and dear place in my heart. One of my all-time favorites. Probably favorite vampire movie growing up. Watching that,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all my life. Love Lost Boys. Love Kiefer Sutherland. Love the cast, the Frog Brothers.
Yeah,
Jason Patrick was excellent. Yeah, Kiefer really catapulted his career and got him on the map to act for the rest of his life.
oh yeah, yeah,
Amazing actor. One of my favorites, if not my most favorite. He definitely hit it out of the park, playing a cool, badass vampire.
yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, he was awesome. He's awesome in that movie. And then the other two vampire movies I have on here, and this is a must. I mean, Salem's Lot. That's a must watch, in my opinion.
I
Um,
haven't watched that one in quite a long time.
That is
Um,
actually okay. So hands down, that is my favorite vampire flick. But
I
uh,
I I think I need to watch that again because it's probably been several years since I've seen it.
yeah,
And I remember liking it. I just don't remember. I don't have a strong memory of the story. It's just been so long.
yeah,
That was one of those I probably watched, a couple times when I was younger, and then just haven't really revisited it at all.
that's a long one though. You want to talk about length? That movie's pretty long. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it was aired as a miniseries at first, right? And then they've
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, it was, I believe.
yeah.
Exorcist is one that I don't watch because
Oh yeah, I had that on the list.
that one I don't watch because that one scared me as a kid, and I've never gotten over that. So
Oh
I have watched it a few times since then, since I was a kid, but it's one that I typically don't put on because it does. I don't know. It still freaks me out to this day, even
masterpiece.
though it is a great movie. But I just it's one of those movies that just kind of gets me to squirm a little bit, and
Yeah.
not a lot of movies do that, but that one still does. I think it's the nostalgia effect of seeing it and kind of freaking out when I was a kid.
Yeah, Exorcist is definitely the scariest film I've ever seen. I mean, for sure. The other one I put on here that I feel like for myself competes with it, Hereditary. I mean, it's freaked the hell out of me when I saw that in the
I
theater.
still haven't watched that. People say I should check it out, but that's not one I've seen, and I think it is on Prime, I believe. But
Mm-hmm.
I've sat down to scroll through and think, okay, do I want to watch this today, or then I kind of scroll through and I end up finding something else instead.
Yeah, in my
Um,
personal opinion, and it could have been the theater watch. That is, to me, it's not scarier than The Exorcist or as scary as that, obviously, but it is one of the competitors of modern times in terms of how scary a movie could be, in my opinion.
all right, well, I will try to get that one watched
Yeah,
within the next month. Then,
yeah,
if it's that good, I need to put that near the top of the list. Not today, but
no, yeah, it's
a
worth it.
November. It'll be a November watch for me. Hopefully, I'll try to get to it.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, crank up your sound, turn off your lights, and watch it that way, man. I mean, I'm telling you, it's if you can get the right environment for it, it's quite something. I mean, really quite something. I threw on this list The Witch and The Lighthouse, both of Robert Eggers' movies. I mean, I think are really fantastic right around this time of the
You
year.
know, I love both of those, especially the Lighthouse.
Yeah,
That movie freaking rocks. I love
yeah,
that. Yeah, I mean those would be good movies to watch this time for sure.
yeah.
Absolutely, both of them.
I rewatched them both. I think that I like The Witch just ever so slightly better than The Lighthouse, but I still really
Oh
love them
my
both.
God, there's no way The Witch is better.
It's a toss up, man. I mean,
I
Defoe's
like The Witch. Don't get me wrong; it
performance
was
in
really good. The
Lighthouse.
first time I watched it, I was captivated. Second time I watched it, just as good.
Yeah,
It's a good movie. You can rewatch that over and over again.
yeah,
Um, Definitely, I agree. But no, the Lighthouse to me, I don't know. It was William Defoe's performance in the Lighthouse that just knocked it out of the park for me.
yeah,
Just an Oscar winning Best Actor performance, just incredible. He should have gotten multiple awards for that. I don't know if he did, but
yeah,
yeah, I mean it just was insane how genius he was. Just the line delivery that he did, it was just amazing.
yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah,
to me, though, the greatest horror film of all time, and I watch this one every year. It's a must. The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining to me is the best of all time in terms of horror. I
it
mean,
is
it's
absolutely, for me, it's definitely one of the best. It's definitely a rewatch, and it's a Halloween movie, but it's anytime. I like to watch that
it's
movie
true.
during the winter when it's snowing outside. It
Oh
just kind of
yeah, oh
fits.
yeah, yeah. You
Just kind of fits.
that's another great way to watch that film. That's 100% true.
Yeah,
Um,
that movie's a masterpiece. I mean, if we're picking best of all time, I guess I loved like I said, Carpenter's original Halloween. For
that's
me,
up there.
that
It's
was
up there.
that might be my favorite of all time. But it's difficult to say because Sleepy Hollow, my favorite Tim Burton film, of course. I love that. Is that my favorite horror movie ever made, or my favorite thriller? Because it could kind of cross genres, I think. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to actually come up with a definitive answer. But John Carpenter's Halloween certainly is my favorite, but so is Sleepy Hollow. So
I see.
those two would be my top two as far as that genre goes. It's kind of a toss. I can't really pick one or the other. I love them both absolutely, for different reasons. But of course, you got plenty of other classic, Jason and Friday the 13th
Hmm.
series and the Freddy Krueger series and all those kind of things. Those are all good movies for this time of year.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I love A
my
Nightmare on
favorite,
Elm Street too. I mean,
yeah,
that's
favorite
cool.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I love the first one and the third one are my top two.
Yeah.
There, and the Friday the 13th, my top one is number seven.
Mm.
Number seven, and then number two probably are my top two favorites out of that
Yeah, I
series.
don't know. I think the first Nightmare on Elm Street, hands down, my favorite of those. I mean, I definitely enjoy. What's the Friday the 13th Part 3 is actually my favorite. I like 6. I like 7. I like 8. I mean, they're all very fun in their own way. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just yeah.
yeah, it's a good series. I haven't yet gotten the box set from Shout Factory, the new Friday the 13th box set. I have not ordered it. I was trying to pick it up at a store, but everybody ended up selling out. I just didn't
Um.
get it yet. And then I heard there was problems with three of the discs in the set, so you had
Oh.
to
Oh.
contact Shout Factory to get replacement discs. So I was like, well, maybe I should just wait until they've kind of fixed those problems so that I don't get a set that's got issues. But
I
for the
see.
issues are fairly minor with some of them, but I definitely want to get that set. It's definitely a set that I really would like to have for my collection.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool, definitely. One we haven't mentioned yet, Mark, that I know you're a huge fan of, and definitely toward the top of the list. The original Fright Night uh, is one of the best,
Yeah,
100%.
we haven't mentioned that yet. And I was actually reading today that Tom Holland is working on
Yeah,
a
I saw that.
sequel.
That's
Did you
true.
see
That's
that?
true. Yeah, I don't know how true the it is though. I didn't look at the source. I just saw the headline when I was scrolling through my Facebook.
Well,
So.
I read the whole article. I didn't really look for sources, but I read the whole article,
Hmm.
and it basically was quoting him. So,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, so it sounds like he is in the process of writing it. Now, whether it actually gets, he gets backers and gets it filmed and made, where
Hmm.
he's in the early stages, it sounds like. So we
Okay.
never know if it's going to happen.
I
But
hope so. I really do.
yeah, original Fright Night is definitely one of my favorites. I have a VHS box with the DVD. It's a
Hmm.
it's like an overseas edition. It's cool. It's got like little postcards and stuff.
Oh, that's
It's got
awesome.
all kinds of little extra features. It's a very rare item. I think it's like over $100 on eBay now,
Okay.
if they even have one on there. I got it about 2 years ago,
Hmm.
and it's Blu-ray, and the transfer is great. It's fantastic. Of course, the Blu-ray from Twilight Time that put out is out of print and was out of print. They only made, I think,
Hmm.
5,000 copies or something total.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the only way to get it was to get the overseas version, which was an all region, uh, and that's the one I got, and it's way better than the Twilight Time version one, actually, with all the
Right.
extra special things that it comes with and everything. But yeah, I
Okay.
love the Fright Night. That one's a good classic. Could watch that tonight, tomorrow, for
Yeah, it's
sure.
awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I like that. The other one that like not a lot of people are talking about is or talk about usually is the original Fright Night 2 was actually not bad for what it was. I don't feel anyway. Like I.
Yeah, I mean original Fright Night too. So I'm not really sure. Tom Holland's calling the his new version Fright Night 2. So I forget. Do you remember what it was called in the article?
No, but that's kind of what made me think it was possibly fake was because they were calling it Fright Night 2 and there was already a original Fright Night 2. So
Right.
yeah,
So I'm not. I can't remember what the title was. Anyway, I'd have to look it back up. But yeah, it
yeah,
was something like regeneration or something maybe.
maybe
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But yeah, if he wants to make another one, sure, I'm all for it. I mean, the classic original was great, so I'm sure he can make another decent one.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Just so the youngins know, we're talking about the filmmaker Tom Holland, not the Spider-Man Tom Holland. So-
Yeah, not yeah. Spider-Man's not remaking the Fright Night here, or making a sequel to Fright Night. Not at this time that we know of.
no.
Wouldn't that be interesting though? Tom Holland gets Tom Holland to play in the new.
That'd be kind of cool. He might as well at this point. I mean,
Yeah, be in a horror movie for once. Be a cool vampire. He played Spider-Man. Let's see him be a cool vampire.
yeah, he could do it for sure. I would love
Yeah.
that. Let's see. I'm trying to look at my list here and see if there's anything big I missed. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all of them. We gotta let
Trick or Treat is definitely one for me that I'd like to watch this time of year.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
yeah. It's got definitely got some Halloween vibes in there for sure. I mean, so like yeah.
You know, of course, I got. If you can see it, of course, I got Sam hanging up there on my wall.
Oh, that's
you know.
cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
you
I got
had
Sam.
that.
Yeah, got the giant Sam hanging up there. So just
Yeah.
want to show off some stuff there. But,
Yeah, I like your set today, Mark. You put a lot of work into it today, so I enjoy that.
yeah, definitely different from my other previous sets. Yeah. This is my Halloween corner in my house. It's
Nice.
pretty much of a staple here. So,
Awesome. Awesome.
I've got if you can see it, there's a ghoul hanging up there.
That's cool. That's cool.
There's a ghoul over there, and there's a zombie on the other side. But so I got a little Halloween corner set up. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Michael Myers in the background there.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's a gargoyle next to him, and the whole 9 yards there.
Cool. Good deal. Well, Mark, I know
Yeah.
you got a busy day ahead of you, so we're gonna let you. Well, we're gonna end it. We're gonna wrap things up here. So,
All right.
yeah, all right, guys. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Dom's Corner. I've been Dom Martino. This has been Mark Earhart. Mark, where can the people find you?
Be sweet to Mark Instagram.
All right, and you can find me on all my social media, which I'll be leaving down below in the description, along with Mark's. So make sure you check us out there and everything that we're doing. And yeah, so this has been Dom's Corner, and this has been the Halloween special. I hope you guys had fun listening to us talk about some Halloween movies and other things. And we will see you guys next week. All right, bye bye.